I was having too much fun talking with you guys. All right, we're live. It's Friday in Vegas, a rainy Las Vegas, by the way. Real rainy.
I'm just trying to figure out whether I've got more skulls than Captain Jerk.
No, I think Captain Jerk's got you beat. He just made a whole bunch. He's got a freezer with side of them full of them.
Yeah, I got about 100 fridge magnets right now.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You had a quart Ziploc bag full of them.
7, 8.
I gave him 1 of every color.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh my goodness.
13, 14.
Keep counting.
I'm going to fans. 15, 16. 17 fucking Captain Jerk skulls.
Sweet.
17.
Sweet.
All right.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them all. I did stick them all on my fridge. I've literally taken them all off the fridge just to show you.
I pass them around. Is sit there and somebody comes in and stares in the garage and stares on the refrigerator, and they look at them and they go, "You want one? Take it, but don't take the gold glow in the dark ones. Leave those. Those are my favorite."
These ones, I'm thinking because they're so big, stick it on the headstock of a guitar.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I think it'd look cool.
I was sitting there. Kenny just did a lowrider video, and I didn't realize that the lowriders were really big in the skulls because almost every car he showed, the gear shift selector had a skull head for a knob on the end of it, and it was a counter shift. I ain't kidding you.
Also,
speaking of which, I still haven't shipped out that package.
I haven't tried this yet either, Tom.
Now, if you stick your finger in there and put it on your tongue, it's going to be a little hot, not as hot. It gets its heat from cooking, so you got to use it cooking. And I'll give you a recipe if you want to make flat stacked enchiladas and how to do it.
Yeah. Okay. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a chili. I'm going to make a chili con carne, and I'm just going to use this so I can see what this is like. Because normally I chuck a load of chopped fresh chilies and stuff in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Pat can tell you, you can get it hot, real quick.
Yeah.
Because that's the stuff I use here.
Let me get YouTube up, man.
So.
I got to call them, too. Maybe I'll call them today.
Who?
CWs.
Oh.
No, let me do that now.
You going to call CWs right now?
Yeah.
Are they still in business?
We'll find out.
Okay.
Their website was still up.
But so I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to drink tonight.
Drink the whole 6-pack.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
One night I drank, hadn't drunk.
9.5. They're 9.5%.
I'll put down a 6-pack of them in a night. So what, dude?
1 week I didn't have a drink for.
I didn't feel good the next 2 days, but
I drank 2 of those and was.
Smacked. I think that's the key right there, Hazy. Is Pat said he didn't feel good the next 2 days.
What were you saying, David?
I drank 2 of those. See, I've cut way back on alcohol this first of the year because I was on a little overboard, and I hadn't had a beer since like on a Tuesday, on a Friday on your show. I had 2 of these.
Hang on. I think something got delivered. Hold on.
No, it's trash, man.
9% alcohol. It's it's equivalent to the percentage of 2 regular beers.
Oh, when did it stop raining?
The sun's out right now.
Yeah. Oh no, there's more clouds coming in over the mountain.
Right, Tom, I'm gonna crack one of these bad boys open.
Do it.
Do it. If I knew we were gonna have the ceremony, I wouldn't have opened mine.
What did you say, Ace? I'm sorry.
I just cracked one open.
All right. Tell me what you think of it.
I'm smelling it. It smells like a wheat beer.
A Stella. It's like a Stella.
Don't smell nothing like
kick.
Stella.
But more kick.
Oh yeah, it's double the kick. I'm gonna pour it into a glass.
There you go. That's the best way to have it.
It's different in Stella, though. It's a little different.
Yeah, it is a little different than Stella. That is true.
There's really no way to describe it. You'll taste it. When you drink it, you'll know it, that it's different.
All right. Well, Nancy beat me to it.
What?
The carpet kit for the car. Look at the box.
Oh, it's only carpet. It's okay.
Yeah, but does the carpet match the drapes?
We're not talking female here.
You ready?
What is it? Your birthday or something? Is it a no? I know it's not your birthday. And is it your anniversary or something?
Who?
Dude, was that a gift?
No, I ordered it.
Yeah, but your wife's. You said your wife got it for you.
No,
She got the box off the porch.
She got the box off the porch.
What's the matter, Casey?
What?
What's
You don't like
going on,
that?
buddy?
You don't like that stuff? He does not like it.
He doesn't like it?
Oh, look at his face.
It's lovely.
I had to check that. I didn't know who was calling.
Let it get warm. Drink it
I didn't
warm,
like it
Hazy.
at
Try
first
that.
either. I didn't like it at first either.
Well, I've got 3 cold ones and 3 warm ones, so
Try warm one.
Do you got it warm or do you got it cold?
I got a cold. I couldn't even imagine this warm. It'd be horrendous.
It's good. It'll take you. It'll grow on you because I didn't like it the first time either.
I didn't either.
Oh, I don't care.
You know what? When I don't like a beer, you know what I do?
You put it down.
I take a huge freaking draft of it just to freaking get it out of the way, let it hit the back of my mouth, and freaking like have the little bubble come up the back and freaking like, bruh, and then freaking like little drippage rule. Okay, I'm good. I'm slobbing.
I've tasted similar. It's definitely got a unique taste.
Okay.
It's nothing like Stella. I mean, at least
Oh, it's nothing at all like Stella. Nothing like
Stella is more
I can't hear you, Jody.
yeah, it's nothing at all like Stella.
like
What?
There's a thickness to it.
yeah,
You?
No.
it's more like Guinness, really, or Killian's.
I'll get it. Don't worry.
And they sort of it's a bit like wheat beer, but wheat beer is disgusting. I can't stand it. But this gives you the initial taste of wheat beer without the lingering nastiness.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It doesn't.
Probably
You know
the
what I mean?
spices. It's probably the spices they added into the
It
beer.
has a spice added to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's different. It's different.
What?
No,
It's 9.5.
No, not right now.
I
No,
can't drink.
I didn't like the first one, and then it was about halfway through the second beer, and it was like, it's not too bad now. And last week they
Correct.
tasted really good.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like the first probably 4 or 5 drinks out of the mug. I don't like it out of the bottle.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I got to
put it
drink
away.
it out of a mug, and I don't like the first four drinks it pulls off the mug.
I
But
left
then
the-
after
I left the
a
comment
while,
in
you
the chat.
get going on it. It's okay.
Oh, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, Tom. Tom, thank you very much for sending them anyway.
I just
I
went
really
into I just went into a different stream and I dropped a link to this one.
Who's stream?
Hmm? Then you know how.
Yeah, baby.
That's naughty.
Yeah, but T-Dub loves that stuff though, Hazy.
Yeah.
I missed
I gotta
it.
send to my
Cheers.
brother.
Huh?
Tom's right. It has to be in a mug. I had
Yes.
the second best thing here.
It's got to be in a mug. You can't drink it out of the can. You can't drink it out of the bottle. You got to pour it in a mug.
Yeah.
And if it's a cold mug that you pulled out of the okay. And if it's a cold mug that you pulled out of the freezer, it's better yet too.
What
It
about a
is
slice?
like-
What about a chunk of lemon or lime in there?
I don't know what that
Well,
would do
we'd
with
be good with a
these.
twist of lime in it.
A bit of lime might be okay. I wouldn't put lemon in there.
This is a
I
frozen
think a little umbrella would make it taste nice.
frozen
I
mate.
taped it shut.
A little paper umbrella tastes better than a beer. What?
Yeah. And if it rains, you know, you're covered.
Tom, it is better out of a glass instead of out of a can. I didn't realize it was a light, a pale. It does look like a wheat beer.
Yeah, it tastes like a wheat beer.
Kind of the wheat beer look.
All right. It works. Cool.
What you got?
Well, first I got this. This was T-Dub's idea for the subwoofer in the back. It's Velcro that can hold up to 10 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you get both parts.
Yep.
So I sat there and I said, well, that's fine and good. But he says, some carpet, he says, has the gnat that will sit there and all you need is one part of the Velcro and you use the carpet for the other part. And I just tested it on that trunk kit carpet I got, and it does.
You couldn't resist it. You tested already.
I've been waiting all week to do this stuff.
Oh, I know. I know. I can relate. You wait for something to come in the mail.
I looked at, before I order stuff, I look where it's coming from. And I looked at this first place where they had the carpet kit, and it was like about 2 weeks ago. And I looked at it and I said, okay, it's got a 714 number. Memory serves me right. That's Long Beach, California. Okay, cool, fine. So everything, I ordered it and everything, and they send me a notice, and here it is. Okay, fine. And it's coming from Atlanta, Georgia.
They just outsourced it from somewhere. Either they outsourced your call or they outsourced.
Yeah.
They drop shipped it from somewhere.
So I had to wait for it, and I haven't done anything on the car because this is the next thing is the
So
sound.
where did the post office hold it for 3 days? I have everything I've ordered is waited in some city. It gotten processed in the same processing plant at the post office for like 3 days. It was stuck in Cincinnati for 3 days. One was stuck in Greensboro, which is the next town over. It drove me crazy. That was sitting at the post office in Greensboro.
Couldn't you just go and get it?
I could have just drove up and had somebody drive me up there and get the thing faster. The post office could have got it. It took 3 days to mail something from the next town over to here.
Yeah.
So, Tom, what city did it sit in for 3 days before you?
No, it sat there. Well, according to UPS, it was sitting in Atlanta, Georgia, and said left Atlanta, Georgia. They're hubbing Atlanta, Georgia, and then I didn't see anything until last night, and on the tracking, and to where it arrived in Henderson, Nevada. So
I think the post office uses UPS, and I think that's why you see it where it entered a post office and left a post office and then entered a post office and left because when they receive it again, it's UPS getting it instead of the postal service.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it goes in their system, and I think that's why you don't see any tracking for like 3 days, and then all of a sudden
I'd like to do some of the traveling that some of the shipments I made.
I would too.
I mean, some of those places was interesting.
Yeah, some of your orders that you made, just
Where they
travel
are
along that path.
Job for the post work for the post office.
what was it you, David, or Anthony said it that he had one going from Mississippi over to Tennessee or something like that, and went back and forth, and then finally it left.
Yeah, I just got left on the loading dock and just reloaded on the same truck, taken to the other loading dock. And
going back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm sure that package spent some time in Greensboro, North Carolina. I can guarantee that.
Shut up.
Now, did Gemma ever get her stuff, Cap?
Nope.
Damn.
Nope. Week after week. Nope.
What'd you do? You sent some stuff and it didn't get delivered.
He sent stuff a week before I sent your box. No, 3 weeks before I sent your box out, Hazy.
December
Gemma.
3rd.
Did you track it?
I'm going to check it right now because I haven't in several days, so I might as well. I know it's going to say the same fucking thing it said the last time I freaking looked at it. No, it hasn't got there yet. No.
It should say where it is, though.
But what we were just talking about is it'll sit somewhere and you wouldn't see any activity on it for like 3 days. Then you go back to track it the next day, and then all the history, you see all of it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know that Tom was tracking this package till it was actually in the UK. So that was good for me because I didn't have to keep looking, thinking, so where is it? It's almost here. It's almost here. Literally, when you told me about it, it arrived the following Monday. So you told me about it last Friday.
Last Friday, I told you because it got in the UK.
Well, it was in Newport, which is just 10 minutes away from me, on the Saturday. In the parcel force depot, but they don't work on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So it just sits there because I've called them in the past, saying knowing it's there, something I've wanted, and said,
to see if you can pick it up.
Can I just come and get it? And they're like, no, there's nobody here to get it for you.
I don't know if they let you do that.
Keep honking.
It says the same thing that it said for the last month and a half.
What's it say?
New York, arrived in New York, United States. Your item arrived at an origin transfer airport in John F. Kennedy International, New York, the United States on December 14th, 2020 at 5:22 p.m. The item is currently in transit to the destination.
They put it on the boat.
Like I said, been saying, it's on the slow boat.
It's on the boat.
It's actually off the boat by now, dude. It doesn't take that long for a boat to get over there anymore.
No.
It started raining again, Pat.
What's up?
It started raining again.
Nice.
What is it?
Even if it was on a friggin' boat, which I freaking, I don't care if it was on a boat or the plane or whatever. It's been sitting in a customs pile for, over a month.
Yeah.
I know that. Somebody just pushed it to a side and.
How big is a package? Could it get lost easy?
Find it.
No, dude. It weighed 6 pounds.
Oh shit.
Well, no, wait. It weighed just over 4 pounds, or just under 4. That's what it was, just under. And it cost $61 to ship that fucking thing.
Wow.
Well, let's see. To ship a 6-pack of bottles and how many skull magnets and
too many.
and some spices cost me $91.
Well, I wanted to say
in a freaking priority box.
Are you joking? That cost $90.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
But he shipped it in a freaking priority box. I shipped this in a regular brown cardboard box.
Fuck, are you fucking kidding me? 6 beers. That's fucking over $10
$10
beer. Got like 5-12.
Over 10 quid a beer.
You went to a bar. You'd
enjoy the beers.
I'm gonna have one a month.
Real fancy bar, yeah. Beer costs $10.
No,
it makes it interesting drinking those if you start shooting it with tequila. I did that one night.
Mercy.
I haven't got any tequila.
Tequila is the solution to everything, Tom.
Oh yeah, that'll fix everything.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the bottles in the pack, and I'm going to do something with it.
Yeah, that's why I sent you the 6-pack. I figured you'd do something with it.
I will. I'll keep the caps and everything. I'll keep it all. And
you'll put it in a display case and put it in your living room. That's
what T-Dub said. They don't brew all year round. They just brew up for a certain time, and then they shut down, and then when they
I'll have it in my attic somewhere.
Well, I might have to stock up because I've grown to like it. It's. At first
it do get easier to drink. Like the initial fucking swig was a bit like.
It tasted terrible. It tasted like that cider that they have at Halloween. Where you go if you go somewhere on the cider they have at Halloween that's gone awry.
Dixon cider?
Like
I think it's the spice. I think they put something like an allspice in there to give you that taste. So
I cut my finger once, and they said I should stick it in cider, but Kate wasn't very happy.
Oh gosh. You know what my wife had wanted every Christmas was Dickel and cider.
She wanted a tickle in cider.
Dickel. There's a
Cider?
whiskey here that's called.
Oh no, that's not. Listen, David, that's not what she was saying.
Well, I know exactly what she was saying. But she did want a bottle of what was the thing that was?
She wanted a tickle in cider.
tickle inside her.
It's she wanted a bottle of that for Christmas. We were sitting outside. Where we lived, there was a Subway and the liquor store in the same building. So she was waiting in the car. She'd went in the Subway to get the sandwiches, and she was sitting in the car, and she saw the Dickel sign. No, I take that back. It wasn't Dickel. It was a Kentucky Wild Turkey's the one she liked. And she saw the little Wild Turkey sign in the liquor store window, and I walked out with a bottle of Wild Turkey. She said, "Oh gosh, I'm glad you got that. I was hoping you'd get me a bottle of Wild Turkey for Christmas."
No.
I came home from.
But I let you down, honey.
I came home from leave one time while I was in the military, and my sister talked me into going to one of her friends' parties. And she was dating her husband at the time, Carl, and Carl's like 6'10", and so I ended up going to their party and everything else, and that's all everybody was drinking was shots of Wild Turkey,
Yep.
snorting coke, blowing a little bit of grass, and drinking Wild Turkey.
Yep.
That was the party.
I drink Wild Turkey. That's my favorite right there.
What is it?
It's whiskey. It's bourbon. I think that you can get a
It's a
blend.
101 proof whiskey. Or bourbon, yeah.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
Kentucky.
It's good stuff. It's sipping whiskey.
Yeah, it's Kentucky sipping whiskey. What I like to do is just get like 2 cubes of ice and put that much in a glass and just sit. You know, it takes about, you don't drink it, the whole thing. You just sip it.
Nice. I had a bottle of Jameson's for Christmas. It is all gone.
Oh, that's sad. That's what I do.
They call
like.
that Jameson?
Jameson until
Huh?
Jameson, that's good stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I wasn't much of a whiskey drinker because when I was younger, all I ever used to do was have shots of Jack Daniels in the clubs. I have a pint of beer and a shot of Jack Daniels, and I didn't really like Jack Daniels, and I used to drink it until I was fucking physically sick. You know, being young, you think you can
Jack
drink.
Daniels is good whiskey.
That sounds like
I'm not too funny. I mean, I used to wake up in fucking nightclub toilets and everything, fall asleep in chip shops on the way home, and fucking phone boxes.
Jack Daniels is not a bourbon. It's a Tennessean whiskey.
It's just Jack Daniels is not bourbon. But
Nope, it's not.
But when I come to America, we before we flew out in the airport, we paid to go into the #1 lounge, which is like an executive suite where all the food's free. There's a bar, everything's free. Nice area. You've probably seen it on the video.
yeah, it was on your video.
Yeah. But the bar was free, so I just sat at the bar and looked at the top shelf, all the whiskeys that I've always wanted to try. Because you're not going to go into a supermarket and buy a bottle of whiskey if you don't know that you like it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's
So
the
I
way to try it.
Tried it. I just had one of everything I fancied. And Jameson's was my favorite.
Did you make it up the jetway to the plane? I guess you did. You made it there.
Well, the truth of the matter is, we almost missed our flight.
Did you have them roll you to the plane in a wheelchair?
No, I was fine. But then when I got onto the plane, I was drinking Stella and gin.
Stella with
the
shot
dog,
of gin.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
nasty.
I
You
wish
can
I
have
was there to see you get off the airplane. I bet you were. But they wondered about that.
I was.
See, he could have gotten drunk, sobered up,
Well, I did.
and got drunk again.
Yeah, well, I did.
Yeah,
It
it's on there.
That's why it is.
was an 8.5 hour flight, so
Yeah.
yeah.
You're kidding me. Well, you could drink a whole bottle of Southern Comfort, so you don't surprise me.
Hey, Gaffa, how you doing?
Hey, Gaffa, what's going on?
Oh, Gaffa, I'm not looking at the.
Good song, Gaffer. Good song. Oh, I couldn't be bothered typing all that in. Did you copy and paste it? Do anyone know the song?
Hold it.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Chubbawamba.
Yeah. I know that one.
Cheers, Gaffer.
Cheers. There's a link in the chat, Gaffa.
It's so wheaty. It's like a wheat beer. And
Yeah, I gotta have another.
a wheat beer tastes like a funeral.
This one has a hole in it.
Taste. Wait, how do you taste a funeral?
It tastes like a funeral smells.
Oh,
Oh, yuck, dude.
no, dude.
That's not the worst That's not the worst thing you could ever smell or taste.
Sure.
I'll tell you that.
I'm
sure. I mean, the funeral. I'm going off my dad's funeral because my dad's funeral, he had so many flowers. The fucking smell of what's those flowers they give you at a funeral? Lilies. You know the smell of lilies? Oh my god! It's just to me that's a fucking funeral. That just smells like a funeral. They had so many, it was fucking overpowering, and that's what wheat beer tastes like. It tastes like lily smell. Does that make sense?
Cricket training. Cool.
It makes sense.
Is that the Australia version of T-ball?
Do you not know what cricket is?
Yeah, I know what cricket is, but I'm saying is that he's got to take her to cricket training. I said, is that the Australian equivalent of T-ball? Because T-ball over here is baseball for little kids, and they freaking put it
Hey
on
guys, I'll be right back.
ball
I'm gonna
on
take care of
something
something.
called a baseball tee. It's this freaking stick that comes up out of the ground, and it's adjustable, so the different height.
Oh yeah,
Kids
you pick the
freaking
ball on.
swinging a bat trying to hit the ball, and they put the ball on top of the stick, and then they freaking.
Cricket is not a kid's game, really. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous game.
Yeah, baseball's not the safest, but it's pretty benign.
Oh, yeah, I mean it's not the most dangerous thing you can do in the fucking world, but
it's still considered to be a full contact sport because you see a runner coming towards second base, and you're just about to catch that ball.
Yeah. Oh, look what Tom
He decides to slide into the plate. You're not going to stop him. You're going to be on top of him.
Look at the nice head on that.
He's going to get to the plate no matter what. Whether you tag him or not is beside the point. You're still going to tag him.
I'm reading the label there, Hazy, on the beer.
Fuck! I thought you had bad eyes, Tom. How the fuck are you reading that?
They're not bad yet. I'm the one with bad eyes.
That's why I got this, Hazy.
Oh, okay.
Tom, you're getting a little myopic in your old age.
It sits there and let's see.
There's not that much
With Belgium yeast, character of banana and clove, with an equally fruity body, balanced with a light, earthy hop character, savory notes of orange and spice, followed by a dry finish. Okay.
That's why it tastes like cider.
They've got that. They've been nailed that. That's exactly what I was thinking. All those words.
Banana would be a flavor in a beer. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well, when Hazy sat there and said it smelled like or tasted like a funeral, and then he explained himself, I had to look and read the label. I know I read it one time long ago when T-Dub introduced
Well,
me.
I haven't been to many funerals, but I don't remember any smell from a funeral.
Yeah. Gaffa, it sounds like she's beyond T-ball and she's gone into Little League.
Have you not been to many
to one funeral where they actually buried the person? All you can smell, if you smell anything, is just earth, the soil.
Yeah.
I've lost count how many funerals I've been to. I've been to hundreds.
Well, I've always gone to the ceremony, the service. A lot of people I knew were cremated, so there wasn't
Breezy.
funeral.
Yeah, I tell you this, Hazy.
One funeral.
I've been to way too many funerals in my time. Not even anywhere near as many as you, and I still haven't been to enough.
No, and I'm sure I'll be going.
What the fuck?
I haven't been to the ones that I wanted to go to. Put it that way. There's been several in my life that I missed. I'm really upset that I didn't get to go.
Okay.
Okay.
There's been a few I haven't been able to go to as well. There's been a few I haven't been able to go to as well. And I know exactly what you're saying.
Oh, I know. I totally forgot about it. That was the last thing from my mind. The stupid.
Hey, Breezy.
What
Stupid.
What was you thinking?
COVID.
Good to have you with us, Breezy. Thanks for
Oh,
coming.
yeah, COVID is fucking funerals up for people.
Well, if they have funerals, they're just real small,
Yeah.
family or
What
something.
was the one joke my dad used to tell me? He says, "You know why an Irish wake is 3 days long?
Right.
Is to make sure the guy's dead and not passed out."
Yeah.
Probably true.
Fucking true.
Like, can you imagine that? Wake up 2 days later.
That's true.
Oh, you cheeky bugger! You had them so worried.
That's Scottish. That's Scottish.
You wake up. And,
Sorry if I'm losing my voice today.
You sound like Mrs. Doubtfire.
He must have
We
heard
had-
my fruiting.
Pat and I had something planned for this show, but since the weather's inclement, we can't do it. So
What was you going to do?
we were going to do it. We'll do it next Friday.
You're going to do a burnout.
Huh?
burn out.
Yeah.
Burnout.
I'm gonna do a burnout in the garage down to the street.
No way.
Yeah.
Your wife will kill you.
No, we're sending her out. She's gone.
Listen, you've been drinking. You
You'll
can't
see
do
it on
that.
the floor. It'll make a spot.
Tom, you can't do it if you've been drinking, you silly boy.
Tom,
Well, he's only going to the end of the driveway. He's not going to the street.
make sure you close the garage door before you start spinning the tires.
No, because he might run into the
Look
garage.
at him grinning. Look at a fucking bastard grinning.
and see him trying to explain that to the insurance company. The big old black spot on the garage floor. Well,
I was just sitting there drinking a beer and a shot, and the car fired up all by itself and spun the tires and went out the garage door.
The only time they would ever believe that is if you drove an Audi from the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a
They had
Vita.
the accelerator issues.
Yeah.
well, sir, it happened. Well, insurance agent, whoever they are, ma'am or sir, this is the way it happened. It's like this.
No, what we were planning, actually, to be honest with you, what we were planning is Richard, an old Air Force buddy of mine, came up and on New Year's Day, and I started videoing it, but then it crapped out. We were doing belt sander races.
Oh, fuck.
And we were going to sit there and start. We were going to do it New Year's Day dinner, and I was videoing it, and then my belt sander broke. And hold on, let me get it.
Is it
And
cordless?
No.
It's
It's a unique setup the way we got it set up. So
Belt sander race. You put your belt sander down, you turn it on, and the first cord to unplug wins.
but
That are the
you
equal.
can see my belt sander, and you can see we broke the pad on it. So then we got some Gorilla Tape on it and tried fixing it that way, and it wouldn't do it. And this is an old, very, very old Black
I
and
know.
Decker
I had
belt
one like
sander.
that. Oh, that's a Black and Decker. I had the freaking the Craftsman version of that.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
Craftsman and Black and Decker made it for Craftsman. I told you it was a Craftsman.
No, I just had an idea. You just gave me an idea because I want to motorize Harry's balance bike.
We'll use a belt sander motor.
Yeah,
You could.
belt sander would do it great.
Yeah, no, that's the only-
Actually, Hazy, you know what you could do and have probably a little bit more control and fun over it is sit there and go to some junkyard or something and try to find somebody's electric wheelchair.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah.
Musty one did.
Get the motors and the controller off the wheelchair, and you'll be in.
Yeah, yeah.
And then all you got to do is just the battery.
I think Musty One did a video. He made a motor for a bike out of a wheelchair motor.
It's got to be really light though. I mean, I can't have nothing too much, you know.
Yeah, but Harry's got. I mean, for his age, going down that hill the other day.
Yeah.
That's what the hell's going on with him? Damn,
Listen,
get him a dirt bike.
Listen, I took him out yesterday or the day before, and we were walking up the coast, and we got a big sea wall, and it's fucking huge. Like from the bottom part to the top, it's got to be 20 foot. Easy. It slopes down.
You could kill yourself, or even a grown up. They could kill somebody.
No, it's not. It's not a sheer drop. It's sloped.
Yeah,
but it's a
It's
steep
gradual.
slope. No, this one's steep, and we're at the top, and Harry's going along the top, and he says, "Can I go down this one?" I'm like, "No, you can't.
no, you can't.
No, you can't."
I know somebody that.
Oh, come on, Dad.
I might actually have a picture of it. Let's have a look.
I know somebody that was on a scooter and 30 foot and broke his leg and like his arm. He was in the hospital for like forever. And it's just had gone off the road and went down a 30-foot embankment down to the other road.
So anyway, let's go back onto the belt racers.
Belt sander race.
So
Are you gonna
anyway,
take her to
since
the
my
next-
old one died, I went to Amazon and I got this guy.
This won't do much justice, but that's the top. Look, and like, see how it slopes
Hold on,
down?
let me present you, Hayes.
This video don't do much justice. It's way steeper than it looks.
It looks pretty steep.
It looks
That's
pretty
steep. Oh yeah, especially with the dog down on the bottom there. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
steep.
You're
And we're at the top. You'll see now when as the dog comes back up. This video is in slow motion. I do apologize.
definitely
Well, we should play Jeopardy music then.
Oh yeah, he's having a time getting up there.
Yeah, and Hallie wanted to go down there on his bike.
All right, Harry.
Oh, look, there he is.
Oh.
That was the moment where he said, "I want to go down there." If you listen to him at the end, no. Let me turn it up. When it stops in slow motion, it goes back to normal speed. You're bored? What do you want to do? I want to go down there. See you him? He's like, I'm bored. I'm like, what do you want to do? He said, I want to go down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The great thing about being that age is you got balls of steel, about 20
Look,
pounds
and
worth.
that's from the bottom looking up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it could be almost on a 30-degree incline.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's probably 20 degrees anyway.
It's way steep. It's way steeper than the video does justice.
Okay. So back on the belt sander races, I ended up getting. Let me.
Oh, look, this I shaved my head yesterday and it grew back real quick.
Oh my!
So I ordered a new belt sander for the races, and we were going to do them on the show today. And with the weather and everything else, it's
What you matter, bro?
What you want, bro?
can't do it.
As long as you didn't get it from Harbor Freight, you're all right.
Nah, I ordered it from Amazon. It's probably some cheap Chinese knockoffs.
Oh, you didn't get yourself a DeWalt or what's the other brand?
No, because I really don't have a need for a belt sander. But just
Oh,
for this
I'm
race,
with you. I don't have a need for one either. I've never owned a belt sander, so I've used a belt sander. Okay.
I haven't got a belt. Why do I need a sander?
when Nancy first started working, we're going way back in the 80s here in town. She went to, after T-Dub and Pat were born, she went to work for Target. And the place in Target, the department that she worked in, was called chargebacks. And what chargebacks was anytime you had found fault with something and you brought it back to the store, it went to Nancy's office across her desk. She boxed it up and sent it back to the manufacturer.
Oh, I want
So-
that job. I did that for a company. Yeah. Go ahead.
So anyway, she went through this whole thing and going through it. So then all of a sudden she sat there and she says, "Oh, we're discontinuing carrying Black & Decker products. Do you want a belt sander?" And so she brought that belt sander. I think it cost her $10. I got a bench grinder and she paid $5 for that. I mean, she was bringing home stuff that I thought you might need this. It's a tool.
It's cheaper just to give it away than to try to bother shipping it back to I can tell you stuff I've done with factories, with shipping stuff.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
used. I dealt with this one company in a job I had where we kept it for 90 days, and if they didn't want us to send it back to them, it was ours. We could keep it, so we could do whatever we wanted to. So we sent it and had somebody rebuild the part.
Well, when they discontinued selling stuff in Target, it went across her desk, and they were over the computer. She was giving a price that she had to mark it down to, and then she put it back out on the sales floor. So when the belt sander came through and she had to mark it down, she sat there and said, "Well, gee, I wonder if he wants one." So she brought one and brought it home, and then she did the same with the bench grinder. Anything Black & Decker, she kept an eye on.
Well, so it's just a blank on it's on a computer, but basically a blank on a form. Black & Decker, they sell toasters.
Mm-hmm.
$10. That's not that much for a toaster.
They sell toasters, they sell can openers, they sell mixers, they sell just about everything.
Black & Decker's a big brand.
So
Now, now
let's note the name.
Stanley owns them now, I think.
Well, I think General Electric owned them for a little while because they were putting that brand on a lot. General Electric was putting Black & Decker on their brand, that name on a lot of their products.
So what we're going to do to start this, and I'll show you the setup when we get ready to video it next week, is for the belt sanders is on my drill press. I had, when we built it out of the toolbox, I had Richard sit there and give me a foot pedal for the drill press. So then I can hold an item and then crank it down and then just use the foot pedal to sit there and start the drill press. Well, on the top of the toolbox, he mounted an outlet box with 2 outlets on it. So we're going to plug both the extension cords for the belt sanders in there, and it's all controlled by the one single foot switch. And then we're going to roll the cords out, and we're going to shoot them down the driveway, and the first one that wins, and we can do betting or do shots on who wins. Okay, if he wins, you got to do a shot, or if he loses, you got to do it was just something different. And it all started with me telling Richard a story about Patrick and his friend Jack, who lived down the street when they were in junior high. I came out, I heard them in the garage here laughing like a bunch of little high school girls, and I came running out here to see what was going on. And they had my belt sander hooked up to a 50-foot extension cord, and they were shooting it down the street. So when I told Richard that story, then he sat there and he says, "Okay, we're going to have belt sander races." So that's been going on ever since the first of the year that we were trying to do this. So only makes it fair that the first show in February that we finally get it done.
So you got a brand new belt sander in the box.
There's a brand new belt sander in the box. Haven't even opened it up. Haven't even looked at it.
Black & Decker was its own entity until it was bought until it merged with Stanley in 2010. Now it's Stanley Black & Decker.
Also, GE was never involved in it. Okay.
I don't know if they were involved in it or not.
I think last time we talked about this, Cap sat there and said that Black & Decker was purchased by Stanley, or they merged.
Black & Decker, that brand name was on toasters, on coffee makers, just everything.
What's up, Johnny?
Everything.
Johnny Page in the chat.
Hey, Johnny.
Johnny, we got room. Come on up.
Links in the chat.
Okay, here it is, David. I got you on this one. Ready?
All right.
They acquired small appliance business from the General Electric company.
Close enough.
So they bought part of General Electric.
Yeah,
so that's how
they had their name.
General Electric wasn't making money off of it, so they sold it to Black & Decker.
Yep, there you go. There you go.
All right.
They were still good products.
GE wasn't interested in product.
Yeah, they bought it from GE because GE was no longer interested in making those things.
Yeah, there wasn't money in it. It was cheap
GE now has gone to making jet engines. So come on.
Well, one thing
I want to make a little 3/8 electric hand drill, or do I want to make a big jet engine for
one thing that GE
fighter aircraft?
GE makes ventilators. there was a factory like in Germany that made ventilators during World War II. And when this COVID-19 came along and the hospital started needing ventilators, GE, they were all set. They just started making ventilators again.
So my refrigerator is a Hot Point, which is a GE subsidiary. Well,
yeah, I used to sell appliances. So
Hot Point and GE are the same damn thing. I know, right. I know that.
And Frigidaire.
Frigidaire too?
GE and Frigidaire.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a Frigidaire freezer. Nice. Very nice.
Well, actually, I've had Hot Point appliances, and they've worked pretty well.
I know a woman that bought she bought an entire set of appliances from Hot Point: washer, dryer, refrigerator, microwave, dishwasher, this, that, and the other damn thing, whatever. She bought the whole freaking appliance set because she needed them for her brand new house that she just bought, right?
She just built a house, yeah.
And they promptly broke the washing machine, they broke the dryer, and the microwave would like short out if you microwaved a cup of water. You had to do something more than just a cup of water in the microwave, or it would freaking just start having blue lightning all over the inside of the microwave. I'm like, what is that? I've never seen that before. What is even going? So the Hot Point appliances kind of got a bad reputation with me and a bunch of my friends and stuff, but that we know what happened in that house because all of her appliances just broke.
Well, the experience I've had with Hot Point is I had an apartment one time, and for whatever reason, the apartment owners decided they were going to replace all of the appliances in my kitchen, and they replaced it all with Hot Point. And I came home one day and I saw a Hot Point brand name on the dishwasher. And technically, Hot Point is GE's low end.
Yeah.
And I go, a Hot Point dishwasher? You got to be kidding me. That thing's going to break in about a week. Good ass.
I see that, Tom.
It's a good ass dishwasher. That dishwasher did a great job. It's a good dishwasher.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Hey, as long as it's doing a good job, who cares, right? But
listen, to be honest, all appliances, they're all the same. They're all used.
Yeah,
Hot Point, it's all the same.
Or whatever.
Well, it's that GE refrigerator that's in the garage right now. That was the refrigerator that we purchased. We purchased a refrigerator when we got the house 23 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you this: my parents purchased a Kenmore washer, okay? And that was in the 80s. That Kenmore washer is still in my parents' house to this day. It's over 35 years old. They still 33. It's like 33 years old. They still have it. And it has followed them everywhere they've moved to since they bought it. They just keep they've gone through dryers and dryers and dryers and dryers and dryers, but that one washing machine has followed them everywhere they've gone. They cannot break it. They can't kill it.
No,
it's a Cap. That sounds like the Maytag that was in my dad's house when I left in 71, joined the Air Force. That Maytag was there.
Yeah.
I came home, visit, leave, everything else gone all the way through the years. And then when I got discharged in 79, we moved back there to Illinois, and we stayed at my dad's house until we got on our feet and found an apartment, Nancy and I. And Nancy wanted to know, she says, how long does Maytag refrigerator or Maytag washer been down here? And I says, ever since I've been in the military. And she goes, and I says, way before I joined the military. And she goes, and I go, leave. And she said, there's no door on it, on the top. And I said, just leave it alone. It rusted through. And there was a little clip that you put in there to sit there and keep the safety catch going. Yeah. My dad kept that washer going for another 10 years. He would take it apart and fix it and keep it going.
Yeah, I had a washing machine before the one I got now. We had it for 15 years, I think, and I changed every single part on it. Every
Yeah.
part.
Well,
I even changed the outer drum.
The
Let's
drum?
talk about Captain
The outer
Damn.
drum. Not the drum, the outer drum.
Yeah.
Because that was the part where the bearing was in there. So I had to change the bearing was in the outer drum.
And you couldn't just replace the bearing; you had to replace the whole drum.
Yeah, because the bearing is the outer drum is like it's a plastic molding thing, and the bearing's inside it, you know.
Yeah.
Captain,
I'll tell you this.
tell your parents never to get rid of that washer. Call the service. It's cheaper to have it fixed than it is to replace it.
I'll tell you, I don't have a washing machine or a dryer in my apartment, and I would very much like to have my own machines.
You know,
I would be willing to save up the money and purchase my own machines so that I have them, because I don't like freaking having to go to a laundrette and freaking use somebody else's.
This is machines. Exactly. I hear you. I know where
There's
you're coming from.
There's a freaking little laundry room here on the premises on the site, right? There's 2 washing machines and 3 dryers. And it seems to be enough machines where, we get what we need to get done. It's fine, Irish!
Scrapping Irish.
Hell yeah.
Have you got to pay for those machines? Or are they
Yes.
free?
Yeah. Usually it started out of this quarter load. Now I think it's 50. It could be 75 cents a load now. I don't know.
Ours is
$1.50 a load.
Crystal.
$1.50 a load.
Was
Yeah.
it $2 to? Is it $1.75 to wash?
$2 to wash, $1.75.
It's $2 to wash and $1.75 to dry.
Damn. Okay. So it tells you last time I've been to a laundromat, because we used to
Well, no,
use
that's
hell-
on site
that's
here.
not a laundry,
At a
man.
laundromat, it's more expensive.
Oh,
At,
I used to use,
at an actual laundromat, that's a business. It's more expensive. Here on site,
That'd be more expensive.
in our laundry room of our freaking apartment complex, it's cheaper.
before I decided to sit there and get real fancy and buy these shop rags. Okay. I used to sit there and I could buy a bundle of rags. I think it was like a 5-pound bushel or a 5-pound bundle of rags for X number of dollars. And then I would sit there and I'd use them in the garage here or wherever. And then I'd sit there and take them to find a laundromat around, and I'd sit there and throw all my dirty, greasy, grungy rags in the laundromat and wash them and dry them there, and then take them home. And I'd do it 3 times, and then I'd throw them out.
Right.
I stopped doing it now. I gotten fancy. I use the regular red shop rags now.
Evening,
You
lads.
know what? I spend half of my
Hey, Yorkshire.
packing shop rags yesterday at work. We sell them. We buy them and package them for some company. Granger, I think it's Granger.
Granger was the one the Granger was where I was buying it. You get a big bag of them. It looked like a duffel bag full of shop rags, and what they were old people, other people's clothes and rags.
We put them in bags and put them in shipping cartons and ship them somewhere. And I don't work in the shipping department, but there's another product we make. And somebody walked by and said, it says on the label. I said, well, I don't know. I just sit here and do the stuff. Granger, we sell a lot of stuff to Granger.
Granger and McFadden Dale, the hardware store I go to. Both.
And we do a lot of government, for the military stuff too.
Are you familiar with a company called Meritech?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with countycom.com?
Yeah.
I'm familiar with Ameritech because my brother Jerry used to work for them. That's it. Meritech, yeah.
Yeah.
Meritech is the company that actually makes.
You'll get it in a minute. That happens to me.
This guy.
Oh, okay. Hold on, I'll be right back.
They make these things. And these guys.
So they're right up your street
You
then.
know, it's like one company makes stuff, and then like they put 5 different brand names on it. It all depends on
Yeah.
the.
My uncle works in or used to work in it's a place called Prince's that do orange juice, apple juice, tin food, and all stuff like that, like tin fruit and stuff.
Prince
But-
Albert.
No, it's called Prince's, just Prince's. But the juices, it would be one big container of juice, and then the containers would come along the conveyor belt and fill up. So the first one would be Tesco's own. It fill it up, and the next one would come along the same vat of juice, and it's Asda's containers, same stuff going in it. Then that one will go. Then Lidl.
I worked at a paint factory like that. They should have changed, swapped tins over.
Yeah, Johnny, you froze.
Well, it makes you think about what you buy at the store. You know.
Yeah.
And now, oddly enough, this
Go get my camera.
you got to watch it. The national brand will be cheaper than the stores brand if they have the stores brands on sale.
I tell you this.
But you're still buying the same thing.
A friend of mine worked in a freaking orange juice place, right? And like the 3 top brands are all the same one. They add a little bit more of a chemical or a little bit more sugar to the cheaper brands.
Everyone is a different. It's just a slight change to the recipe.
They add it's the same base orange juice, but for
Yeah.
the cheaper brand,
Brand?
they add more sugar to it.
Why is the sugar in the cheaper? I don't. Okay. So anybody got an
Add
idea
more to
why?
to the cheaper one.
No, that's
Make it
not
sweet.
me. You think the cheap one?
Well, I mean, if you add more sugar, it's going to cost much because now you got another ingredient in there, and it's the cheaper brand, and it makes it sweeter. So why would you do it? If you're
The money factors in because it's all of the top 3 companies and their subsidiaries are all getting their juice from the same plant. Okay.
plant. Yeah.
So when they charge you, like, let's say $4 a gallon for the top brand, or well, like $5 a gallon for the top brand orange juice. Okay.
Ooh,
And then they're
orange
charging
juice, tequila,
They're
sunrise.
charging you. They're charging you $4 for the next brand down, and then they charge you $3 for the bottom brand. Okay.
Yeah, I
Now,
got you.
the money's still there. No matter what you do, you're still giving the money to the same fucking company. You want the sweetest orange juice out there, buy the cheap stuff. You want the stuff that has more flavor, you buy the top brand.
And I got the grenadine too.
Stuff for the kids. It's
Oh, look at that.
and the grown up.
Shirley Hempel.
No, tequila sunrises. You said orange juice, and I had a bottle of tequila in my hand. I said, "Let's go."
Just
Here you go.
power of suggestion, Tom.
Hazy go.
Where
Here
did
you go.
Hazy go?
I don't know. Here you go.
Damn.
It looked like he purposely dropped out too. I think something was going on.
Uh-oh.
Well, there's a company here that's called Cheer Wine. Now, you've probably never heard of Cheer Wine. It's a local brand here.
Johnny go. Here
I
you
was
go.
talking to the guy one day, and he said, "Oh yeah, we make Cheer Wine, we make Dr Pepper, we make
I don't know
Seven
what my
Up, we make RC."
camera.
I go,
There you go, Johnny.
Johnny,
Yeah,
back.
Let me fiddle with
UK
settings on this
connection broke.
camera.
Okay. Well, here's a question I got for everybody out there in computer. Everybody
What's
out
cheer
there
wine
in
anyway?
computer. So what if I hook two webcams up to my computer? Will it show split screen or
I don't know. Does your computer even have that capability?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's all through USB ports. I mean,
I think the cameras only do one at a time. You got to switch from one to other.
Try it and see. I don't know what.
well, yeah, I am.
The only
Tomorrow.
thing you can do is try. That's all.
Yeah,
Try
well,
it.
tomorrow I'm trying.
Let us know.
I-
Let us know what your computer does.
Well, this is just a stupid little Dell laptop that's probably about 10 years old.
Yeah, I
But
have
I'm
a
not.
Dell computer that's 18 years old sitting in there.
As
and
long as
I-
they're not
and
filled
it
up with
still
rubbish,
works.
though, right?
Plug it in,
Yeah.
and it still works.
David, I've never
Fucking
had
nice.
cheer wine, by the way.
You probably haven't because that's a brand that's only sold around here. But I
Yeah.
was talking to the guy on the phone, and he said, "Oh yeah, we make RC Cola, we make Diet Right, we We make Knee High, Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, all of them.
Yeah.
It's just a great old big plant, and it just happens to be they make this one brand of soda, but yet they need 7-Up and all those other ones to sustain that one brand. They sell it here. They sell it like in North Carolina, South Carolina, maybe part of Tennessee, and maybe part of Virginia. But it's called Cheerwine, and it is a cherry flavored. It's like a cherry soda.
Yeah, I looked it up. I'll tell you this. I know people that have worked in bottling plants before, and the same bottling plant might be bottling Coca-Cola and Pepsi in the same place, because all it is a syrup. You know?
Yeah, it's just a recipe. They just inject a syrup and
Captain, I used to work in a paint factory where they mixed the paints in big vats and sent different cans through with different labels. Same paint.
Like it does happen where Coca-Cola gets put into Pepsi cans once in a while.
Well, you know, they say people
and vice versa.
They say that if you're blindfolded,
I don't know the difference, to be honest.
Between a Coke and a Pepsi.
You got to remember, PepsiCo is a very, very big company, just like Coca-Cola, and they also own Frito-Lay.
Yeah,
which is a massive company, which also owns Walkers.
Yeah, I know Walkers.
At one time they owned Burger King and Taco Bell and
no, Burger King's not freaking PepsiCo.
Nestle.
Taco
Bell was for a while. Hold on for a minute.
Taco Bell uses Pepsi products. I don't know if they're actually owned by Pepsi.
Well, they were at one time. Pepsi owned Taco Bell at one time. I know that. And they own Burger King.
Good to see you all anyway. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, Johnny, I don't know what happened to Hazy. It seemed like you both dropped out at the same time, so maybe something with the...
So related products.
This is a new camera I've got tracing. It acts up on my computer. I don't think my memory's up to it. It's one of them 2 cables.
Well, yeah, that Dell computer I was telling you about, it's like 18 years old. It doesn't have enough memory to download, to stream video. It just freezes. It's just too old.
And it's I
won't do it.
I'm running Windows 10 on it, so that's probably why.
I don't know how old this one is. I got this one reconditioned. The only time it ever crashed is when I was trying to edit a video on it.
I got this tower really cheap because it said onboard sound wasn't working. I just put a new sound card in it.
I got this computer for
it's a gaming tower as well. So.
I got this computer for about $150, including shipping. And it was just some dude. I got it off of eBay, and I said, I'll take a chance.
25 quid for the benefit sound card. That's it.
My brother and I reinstalled the operating system on it and everything because my brother said they did it the wrong way, so we completely redid all of it. I've never had a problem with this computer.
Hey Cap, you gotta begin to be happy. I take the headphones off now when I leave.
Thank
so
you.
made your tequila sunrise, your orange juice, and your.
Believe it or not,
have you pulled the laptop off the tabletop?
Taco Bell is currently owned by a company called Yumi Brands.
That's what. I'll be right back. I knew there was something.
Sorry,
Yum Brands. Yeah,
they're owned by Yum Brands in China.
Yeah, that's one of those companies. Holding companies.
Taco Bell is owned by China. Great.
They call them subsidiary companies, don't they?
Well, 7-Eleven was owned by the Japanese for a while. There's some company in Japan that bought 7-Eleven.
Now, KFC is owned by Yum Brands.
Yep.
Well, they do all right over here.
All right. I had to go get something. Captain mentioned Taco Bell. Remember back when the Star Trek movies were coming out, that Taco Bell was really big behind them, and they were putting out these Star Trek glasses?
Yeah, I remember that. Come to think of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you see Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you brought X number of tacos and spend extra, your drink would be here.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll tell you this. Pizza Hut is also part of Yum Brands.
Yeah, well, they bought up a lot of
I
companies.
believe all those companies were owned by PepsiCo at one
They
point.
were at one time.
They
yeah.
were. And actually, I haven't had Pizza Hut, I could say, in years.
And I think A&W is also part of that whole
Well,
family.
Oh, A&W was one of my favorite burger places.
You know what? The reason why I haven't had Pizza Hut is because there isn't one that delivers. I haven't lived anywhere where a Pizza Hut did delivery for about 10 years.
Okay. Well, I haven't had it. It's just because of choice. I mean,
I thought they had decent pizza. I just didn't like it. They didn't deliver, you know.
yeah. But anyway, Nancy's got a whole shelf of these.
No, A&W is a privately owned company.
She
Oh,
collects.
it is?
Yep.
Oh.
They're owned by a Great American Brand LLC.
Okay.
Pizza Hut.
No, that's A&W. It's owned by All American.
Like the root beer. Okay.
A Great American Brand LLC. That's the company that owns them.
Interesting stuff.
Cool. So there is a company left that the Chinese doesn't own.
We have
Yes.
like B&Q's, which is your and like stuff like that. They're owned by a big group over here called the Kingfisher Group. They own all the comic stores, the PC Worlds, the B&Q stores, stuff like that.
So Long John Silver's and A&W were owned by Yum Brands up till 2011, but they're their own thing now.
Yeah.
A&W is its own thing again, and so is Long John Silver's. Actually, Long John Silver's is owned by Jericho. It was owned by Yum Brands, but LJS Partners LLC owns it now.
A&W had some of the best burgers in.
They're still around.
They have good
Yeah.
hot dogs, too.
Well, we don't have they're all closed in the Vegas Valley except for one in Henderson. And the one in Henderson is, I don't know how they keep the franchise tag because A&W burgers were all flame broiled, and these guys flat top them.
Oh, okay.
Well, A&W is they have such good food. That's what kept them in business.
I got lost at KFC and Pizza. I've never heard of any of them.
Now, didn't KFC join PepsiCo, or weren't they part of PepsiCo for a while?
Well, they're not now. They're that Yum Brands. They were part of PepsiCo at one time. Yeah.
That's another place I won't eat is KFC.
I've got
Well,
KFC in about
it's greasy. I mean, I used to like KFC, but they have better places around here than KFC. When you live,
since I started that
I
keto
live in
thing,
the
though,
South. We have Bojangles,
Hold on.
Popeyes. We have
What did you say, Johnny?
Since I went that keto thing, I didn't eat KFC chicken.
Oh, okay.
One time, the KFC. The last couple of times I
When
went
it
in
slides out of
KFC,
bucket, it's not good for you.
So the franchise opened in 1964, and it got bought out by PepsiCo in 1978. That's Taco Bell.
Oh,
Okay.
In 2015, the original Taco Bell building was moved to Taco Bell corporate headquarters.
Heck, for the longest
The
time.
Taco Bell in its original building. So
One of the first McDonald's for the longest time was in Des Plaines, Illinois, and I think they just tore that down. And it was a museum that you could pull up to. I got pictures of it that you can pull up to because last time I took everybody to Illinois several years ago. It's got to be like about 15 years ago. I took them all to it and showed them. Oh, here he is. Hey, what's going on?
oh,
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
just in time for a refill.
I meant to ask you.
How you doing?
Did you fly first class going back yesterday?
No, this flight I didn't get it. They stuck me in
Oh.
an Airbus, and there's
Oh.
only 2 rows of first class, so it was sold out fast.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, Airbus.
Yeah. Exactly. It says it all.
Downgrade. You probably had to have them put your bag under the plane.
Well, he was teaching for 2 weeks in Tampa, and so he had a whole bunch of equipment and material that he had to haul to and from. And so they sat there. What was the guy sat there and ticket agent said, well, it's cheaper for me to sit there and put you in the first class and all your baggage is free than me to sit there and check all this baggage in. Wasn't that it, T-Dub?
Yeah.
I would have told
I had a
that
$30
guy.
bag fee. Go ahead.
They were going to try to charge you a bag fee, and they downgraded you to that Airbus. It was them that did it.
Mm-mm.
No,
His
that just
flight
happened
going
to be
out
that
there,
airplane
David.
that was flying back.
Oh,
Go ahead, Dad.
Yeah, his company deals with American Airlines, so
oh,
he's got to stick with American Airlines. So when he first went to Tampa, he's bringing all his equipment, all his textbooks and everything that he has for the class to teach. So it's all in another suitcase. So the ticket agent looked at him and sat there and says, it's easier for me to upgrade you to first class and all your baggage is free. Then it'd be cheaper than for me to sit there and to check all that baggage in. So they upgraded him to first class.
yeah.
So that's why I asked if he flew first class coming home.
I don't know. I think the airline should have charged
Not
you
this time.
first class and checked all his bags for free.
Well, just like any other major corporation in this country, is their big motivator is greed and not customer service.
Yeah, you telling me.
Like
In 2013, the New York Times reported that KFC was being smuggled into Gaza through tunnels.
What for?
It was being smuggled into Gaza, the Gaza Strip.
Yeah,
in the
who
Middle
the
East
fuck
through
would want to
tunnels.
do that?
It was being smuggled in through tunnels because there were people that were demanding KFC, but the government wouldn't let a restaurant be built and sell the frickin' product. So people were smuggling it into the Gaza Strip.
Well, first
Imagine the tip you'd want for that.
first of all, let me put a disclaimer out there. I'm not a big fan of KFC. Second of all, we need to educate all those people on the Gaza Strip that KFC really isn't that good.
Well, okay,
No, we need to
but
send the
I'm saying these people are risking execution to smuggle fast food into their country.
Why don't we just give it recipe, Paul Buggers?
Like, man, is that a freaking hell of a delivery system, hey?
Yeah.
I wonder what that delivery guy was getting tipped. I mean, come on.
Is that where Grubhub developed?
Kevlar vest?
Is that where Grubhub sat there and started?
The old many Campbell's, Captain.
Man, I'm telling
you. What was the old joke? Sat there and said, dude, I got a 3-finger lid. I'll sell you for $50. No, dude. I got one breast, 2 wings, and a thigh. $25.
No way. Last 2 times I went in KFC, the food.
Where are the girls?
The food was so greasy you wouldn't believe it.
Oh, they're all at the park.
You put your hand down on the counter and your hand would stick to the counter. They didn't know how to use a bottle of 409 in a rag.
Apparently not.
Well, this.
I mean, they needed a roll of paper towels and they needed somebody to walk around there and clean the place.
We had a KFC that's right down the street from us at Fort Apache and Tropicana, and I'll even say this on live stream where the restaurant is, and we hated going through the drive-through at that particular restaurant, so we were out standing in Nancy and I making our order, and we got our order, and as we're waiting for it to be cooked, I sit there and see this kid in the back sit there, and he stops breading chicken, putting it on the tray, getting ready to fry it, and he goes and blows his nose no gloves, blows his nose in a paper towel, throws it away, didn't wash his hand, and goes back to breading chicken. I grabbed Nancy. We walked out of that restaurant. We haven't eaten at KFC since.
Well, you know, you go in a place that is just so dirty. You know, it's like, well, we have other. In fact, that KFC is no longer there. They closed that KFC, and the Burger King that was next door to it. But go in there and
the bad thing about it is KFC used to be damn good chicken in its day.
It was good chicken. I remember going to KFC and it was great. You know, and then like, ugh.
See,
But
KFC.
you know, I don't mean to sound like Anthony, but it's like this is the South. We got too many. We got Popeyes, we got Bojangles, we got churches. There are too many places around here to get, and some of the local places have great chicken around here. You know, we got a couple of not chain. You know.
Yeah, but no, KFC is down on the food chain in my household.
It's off the food chain in my household because I don't even know where. I don't even know where KFC is right now.
I just started grooving because Crystal's listening to Thriller.
And I thought you were having an 8-track flashback there for a second.
Oh, I can hear it because this is Thriller.
Jesus, when that album came out, my brother was living with us. We were living on Bannock. Pat was Pat even born yet? I can't remember, but T-Dub and Uncle Mike had fun with that album.
Now tell me, is there anybody on this
Yeah.
on here that has not owned that album in any way or form or thought? A cassette, 8-track, CD, vinyl.
I'm pretty sure I had it on vinyl at one point. I know I had it on tape at one point.
I had it on tape. I got it from Columbia House, one of those deals where you got 12.
Yes, we see you, Tom.
Yeah.
You're a little older than us.
I've never owned it. I've listened to
Are
it.
you
Okay,
kidding?
so let me ask you this question.
I'll have to mail you a CD.
Hold on,
No.
Tom. Hold on. Tom,
What?
how many Perry Como albums have you owned? Pat Boone? Dean Martin?
How about Frank Sinatra albums?
Keep going. Come on, you guys are getting close. You might get warm. Come on.
Okay. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
T-Dub would be best to play this game with me.
I never owned
No
it.
Earth, Wind, and Fire? George Thorogood.
No, I've heard them on the radio, but I've never owned
Cap, I was in the heavy metal. Say the Who.
Oh, well,
Deep
okay.
Purple.
You know, like hold on.
Say Deep Purple.
What about Diamond Head? Okay.
How about Molly Hatchet?
How about a little bit of Budgie?
No.
No Budgie? Oh, okay. All right.
No.
No, that's fair.
You got to throw some Ted Nugent in there somewhere.
Judas Priest.
Yeah, there's Ted Nugent. I was looking at my vinyl collection the other day, and I think there's Cat Scratch Fever, Ted Nugent in there, that album.
How could you resist?
Judas
Yes,
Priest.
there is.
Judas Priest.
Oh, Jesus, T-Dub, you memorize my albums?
Yeah.
Oh.
Beatles White Album. Oh, all the Beatles.
You have the
albums
White
I
Album?
got.
Yeah, I was just told the other day that my Beatles White Album is worth $13,000.
Depends
Okay.
on the album. It depends on the. Is yours worth $13,000?
That's what they said. They asked me, and mine was the first pressing. I got it, almost 4 or 5 months after it came out, and have had it ever since.
What's the label on it?
Man, I should have never got rid of my copy.
Is it DJ or is it Capital?
They're in a bin. I made a wooden bins for them, and they're up in the closet upstairs. And I'm not going to run up there and go look
Don't
for
ever
them.
get rid of those albums. Hang on to those albums. If
Tell
you
you
want
what,
to get rid of
But
albums,
the other thing with all my record albums, and I had a top of the line stereo. T-Dub can attest to this at the time. That I would sit there and I would play an album. I would record it on cassette, and then that album would go back into a special ordered sheath into the case and cover, and then back, and it never get played again.
and it
Most of my albums were only played once or twice, if anything, maybe 3 times, but that's it.
well, as long as the cassette lasts, as long as it.
Yeah, I mean, when you burn out and use out the cassette, then you record another cassette, and then you just start all over again.
I got a box full of 45s in the other room.
For $1.
So do I.
Yeah.
I don't know
Actually-
what to do with them. I don't have a record player anymore.
Neither do I, but I got a whole bunch of long playing LPs, vinyl. I got what they're calling it vinyl now. I got 2 big wooden crates of vinyl. I'd say
Well, if
probably
you ever want
close.
to get rid of it, I will pay you the shipping. My brother loves vinyl. He has
No.
like a setup you wouldn't believe, and he's always doing something tweaking.
I'd
there's
say
not-
I got probably close to 80.
You
Did you
sit
say
down-
80 records, T-Dub?
You sit down in a room with
Between 80 and 100.
Yeah.
you. If you haven't listened to vinyl for a while, you have forgotten. It is a
Hold on,
vinyl
real quick.
your way.
Yeah.
Vinyl.
Well, that's why I'm looking for another turntable right now.
setup.
I got to go for a minute. The reason why I'm jumping up and down is we got stuff being delivered today, and on Fridays I also is garbage day, so I haul the garbage cans up for me and the next door neighbor. But then we got shipping going. Nancy's upstairs taking a nap, and so I don't want them ringing the doorbell. So the minute I hear a truck pull up outside the garage door, I
Run.
jump.
Go for it. Go for it, Tom. I wonder what
Good for
happened to
you.
Johnny Five. I wonder if he got kicked off. No, he's back. Johnny Five.
Oh, but I forgot. I'm out here, so I don't have to sit there and take the headphones off. I just heard a truck.
Open the door.
Just open the door. See if the truck's there.
Oh, is it one of them garage doors with little windows in it?
No, if you're in a room with my brother's got it set up right. And he's always bragging. He's always getting gotta listen to this, gotta listen to this. And I go to his house and spend like I spend like 2 days at his house. And I have like half of one of those days is listening to records. And
Two things happened to me when I joined the military. My dad told me, he says, take all your stuff you want to save, put it in boxes, put it in your closet, and everything else we're throwing out. And I sat there and said, okay, fine. So I took all the stuff that I wanted to save and put it in there, my baseball, my record collection, everything else, the whole 9 yards. And bottom line is that my mom threw out my baseball card collection and my comic book collection. My older sister took my records.
Yep.
So when I came home after serving our country and looking for my stuff, apparently my mother decided to throw it out, and my sister decided that she needed the record albums better than I did.
Charming.
So,
she ended up with the albums.
yep. Okay, now that we got those all popped, you guys want to see what's in the box?
Bubbles.
Sure.
Well, I got bubbles. I could pop them online if you want you want to pop bubbles online?
No, let me get rid of this box and.
Well, there's a box in the kitchen that has those pillows in it. We could sit here and pop.
You need to get out more, David.
Hey, what do you mean? I'm working. I'm slowly working to where my live show is going to be me working on the car.
Well, I'm probably going to have my own live show as soon as I figure out how the blind work the computer so I can make it work.
Okay.
And I'm sure I can do it. I've done everything. I can make a computer do anything.
You can make a computer do anything you want to, David.
While we're waiting, I got some.
Okay. Whew, it's cold out there. The wind's blowing.
Oh yeah, it's winter.
What is
We
it?
had no, we're not supposed to be. Our average is upper 50s, 60s. We had snow on Monday. So this is what I got. Here we go.
Lizard skin.
Lizard skin is a ceramic base insulation and sound deadener that I'm spraying in the Camaro. It's awfully expensive, but I want to go that route.
Okay.
Because as much as I've torn that car apart, I feel I need to sit there and just spray the sound deadener and the insulation in the car to at least seal up most of the cracks that I maybe slipped or I forgot to seal up or whatever.
Michael Clinton, if you're still here, hi buddy. I missed you. We were talking amongst ourselves and I wasn't paying attention to the chat.
I'm gonna get another screen when I move. I'm gonna upgrade.
I'm surprised we didn't see Tortessa in here saying hi.
I finally made it in the show again.
Oh, wait a minute. Click.
Hi Pat, how you doing?
How's it going, guys?
Welcome back.
We'll set this back. And
oh gosh, look at all I missed. Hey,
and T-Dub. Here, let me show. I got to show T-Dub this. This was his suggestion.
Breezy Spike Shop.
Here's the carpet kit for the trunk. And if you take the Velcro, it sticks. So I don't have to use the other part. I could just use the one and put this, and it'll hold the subwoofer.
You would have only had to buy half of the Velcro if you knew that.
Yeah. Well, the T-Dub suggested that he said some carpet, the Velcro will stick right to it. Some carpet it won't, and he's right on that. And so this carpet, the Velcro will stick. So now we got a way to go, and now I'm going to start stripping the whole car and start ordering all the ceramic and sprayable insulation, and then Pat and I get to spend a weekend having fun.
Well, I'm glad you didn't put jagged old metal brackets, because you would have had fun cutting that carpet and knowing exactly where to cut it and where to get it around that bracket. That just didn't sound like
well, hold on. Let me take the camera over there and I'll show you a few things. Because as it is, I have a few things to cut out on the car.
Fire Marshal Bill, you gonna show us something?
Fire Marshal Bill?
You guys don't remember Fire Marshal Bill?
Yeah,
yes, I do. And actually, there was a arson investigator at Henderson, Joe McGinnis, that did a really good example of Fire Marshal Bill.
Oh, jeez.
And he was an arson investigator.
Well, Joe still is.
Yeah. Well, he still is.
Hold
That's
on.
right.
Okay.
So there's the two penetrations or the three penetrations in the trunk. Can you guys see it?
No, because
Make your screen large, Dad.
Oh.
let me get the magnifying glass.
let me get the magnifying glass out, and we'll do that. So anyway, those are the three penetrations that I'm going to have to deal with in the trunk. But other than that, and that's the bracket I can put back up because I'm not going to use anymore. But yeah.
Yeah.
So David, that's what I got to worry about in the trunk as far as cutting out.
That'll be easy. A lot easier.
Man.
What?
Little dogs are going at it.
Send one down here. I'll give them to the Chinese family behind me.
No, that's all right.
I thought you were about to say the Chinese delivery guy.
No.
I tell you, there's a Chinese.
Differences.
like 2 doors down from where I work. And I went out there one day to get on the bus, and it's like it smelled. That Chinese restaurant smelled so good. And it's like, do I have time to go in there and get some Chinese?
Hey, David, food for thought. Unless it's a chain Chinese restaurant, I won't eat there. I did too many.
You wouldn't
I
like
did-
that. It's not a chain. It's a decently nice restaurant. They have excellent food. But
Just don't go look at the kitchen.
Don't go I'll tell you what, this is
Yeah.
Tales of a Fire Inspector, and Pat can verify this. Once you inspect the kitchen of a restaurant that you sat there and thought was awfully good, and damn, I'm going to love this place and everything else in the whole 9 yards, and then you love it, everything, go to the restaurant constantly. Now you come back as a fire inspector and you go in and inspect the kitchen, you'll never eat in there again.
I've seen inside of kitchens of so many restaurants.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna drop out,
I
Tom.
wouldn't
Thanks
eat
for having
food
me.
out of there. It's
Hey,
so
dude.
dirty.
Fix
I
your
don't eat at
See you,
restaurants
Johnny.
anymore.
See you later.
Just saying, I don't eat at restaurants anymore.
Yeah.
Later, bud.
No, your kitchen is cleaner than the kitchen in a restaurant.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter. I still don't eat at restaurants.
It
It's-
depends on the restaurant. though. There are some restaurants that are decently clean, but as a rule, restaurants are dirtier. Your home kitchen's cleaner than a restaurant kitchen.
Yeah.
I was looking to be 45 and right in the firewall. Oh yeah, it is.
Well, they have to build all
Well,
meet all
Pat's
the
working.
health.
No, I'm not. I'm not at work.
What are you doing then?
I'm doing a layout. It's
Oh.
not work.
It's
It
work.
happens to be a restaurant.
Chinese restaurant.
It's a Chinese restaurant.
It's actually a house. It's a pretty nice fucking house, like almost 7,000 square feet.
That's damn.
Well, that's a good size house. Yeah.
That's a big house.
yeah, that's massive.
Yeah.
I'd love to be in the hot tub in that house. I bet you
That's a massive freaking house, dude. That's to me that would be unnecessary.
It
Unless
is,
most
yeah.
of that was garage space.
I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do with that much
exactly.
space.
Yeah. Unless it was garage space, it would be
start my
useless.
own business because
Well, actually, I've told Nancy.
property would be my business.
I told Nancy several times if I had it to do all over again, I would have built my own house. It would have been a 2,000, maybe 2,200, 2,300 square foot single story house with a 5,000 square foot shop behind it.
There you go, Tom.
Hmm.
That would be the dream of, hey, are you renting put you a little apartment in that house? I'll rent from you and I'll work for you for free. I'll work for your shop if you'll include the rent.
The shop only has one car on it at a time, and I keep trying to look for my next vehicle, and I can't find one.
You have a 5,000 square foot garage. You have enough space in there to park. Oh, I don't know how many cars.
Couple of hundred.
2 or 3. No, not 100.
4 or 5.
Probably 4 or 5 cars. Because you
Yeah.
have these are projects that will be kind of like ongoing projects, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I wonder where Hazy went.
You little mother.
Uh-oh.
Tom, if you ever came up with an
Pat's
idea,
yelling at dogs.
I may consider moving to Vegas. Hey, if I can hang out with Kenny, yeah,
I'm trying to talk them all into moving to Texas.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
Well, you can move
Slightly.
here. It's real cheap to live here.
It's slightly cheaper than Las Vegas.
Well, I know it's cheaper to live here than Las Vegas. Probably cheaper than China.
I like Las Vegas or Nevada, let's say, just because
Okay.
of no state
Let's
income tax.
let's do a little price comparison. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Now, how much are cigarettes worth for like a pack of Marlboros out in freaking Texas right now?
Marlboros?
I honestly don't know.
I
How about-
But I have
hold on. How about a gallon of gas?
Okay, I can answer that. I just filled
I
up.
can answer
Oh,
that.
Out in
I
Texas.
paid-
okay.
I paid
$2.19.
$2.89, and you're going to die when you hear T-Dub's price. I paid $2.89 a gallon this morning.
Winter gas
Yep.
is $2.19. Summer gas is $1.99.
Yeah, it's a little less expensive than Connecticut, slightly.
$2.15 a gallon here.
Oklahoma's like $1.80.
It's
Oklahoma's
$2.15
real cheap for gas. They're like $1.80.
Yeah,
It's pretty cold in
$1.90.
Oklahoma, don't it?
yeah.
Well, hang on. You
$2.15.
guys hang on. Wait, Biden's in office. Gas prices are going up. Come on. You know
Because
that.
it's wintertime.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
No,
Home heating.
it's called Democrat in office.
It's called home heating. It's called winter.
He signed over 40 pieces of legislature in his first 9 days. Set a record.
Because Trump didn't.
One.
All right,
Trump
come
was
on.
only worried about not getting impeached. You know, it's like
He signed one piece of He signed one executive order within his first 2 weeks. One.
All right. Oh, T-Dub. Oh, bouncing in and out.
Obama signed 9.
Mm-hmm. Biden did like, I think they said
40.
almost 40. Yeah.
40. Yeah, 40. The last number I heard was 40.
Yeah, that guy's a jackass.
Yeah, but the bottom line comes down to it is it's a Democrat in office. It's just prices are going up. Hang on to
It's
your
because-
shorts, people.
Biden is a jackass, and the freaking Democrats are suffering from extreme butthurt right now.
Mhm.
Just saying.
And just wait until voter remorse, if you will, if you want to call it that.
They're already
kicks in.
experiencing it.
Voter remorse will start probably in May, and they're already experiencing it, like Cap said. But the other thing is what was that one? I think Chrissy put it on Facebook or whatever. Is that sat here and they said all the programs he killed right when he got into office. How many people did he put in unemployment? And it was close to 50,000 people within the first day of office. He put in unemployment.
Yeah.
Hello.
And then and then all the future jobs, Keystone Pipeline's gonna. Yeah. So
he's going to kill coal. He's going to try to kill oil and fail.
And what was the big thing? What was the big thing I laughed at? I was laughing. Warren Buffett contributed $25 million to Biden's campaign. Biden got in office, got elected, everything else, and turned around and shut down the oil line that was being made.
Keystone, yeah.
Warren Buffett was due to make billions of dollars because his company transports the oil to the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So Warren Buffett gave $25 million to a guy who killed him making any more money.
Multi-billion-dollar business venture for him. Yes.
Yeah.
I understand.
So
there's no rationale. There's no logic. There is only stupidity and vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's all a bunch of backstabby horseshit.
And that's right now what the Democratic Party is doing. You gave us 4 years of Trump. We're going to backstab the fuck out of you guys right now.
Like I said, it's fucking immature, fucking backstabby horseshit.
Yeah. If I had, I would sit there and I would really love. Remember that? What was that show that was sit there going once a year? You were allowed to sit there and kill a person for 24 hours.
Oh, it's The Purge. It's a TV show. It's The Purge.
Oh, don't
Okay,
go there.
we need. Hold it. Wait for it. We need to have the purge of the government.
Well, like the
Anybody
government
for that?
purges it out.
Government purge every year.
Okay,
Every year.
I got this one.
The citizens of the
I got
country.
this one. Trump ran on that platform. That was one of his strongest platform points.
Yeah,
It's
was.
called Drain the Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
That's the purge. He decimated his own freaking party, as well as the Democrats, to expose the swamp monsters and get rid of the corruption.
And nobody listened to him.
No, nobody did. They all fought him every way they could.
They want their jobs. They want their gravy government. I'm backing up.
They want their freaking kickbacks. I know.
Give me
Everybody
my
wants
job.
their slice of the fucking cheese. I know. I get it. I understand. Everybody wants to fucking sit there and be a lazy slob and just collect kickbacks. Yes, I understand how the frickin' government works. I'm not happy about it, but I understand it.
Yeah, I understand it too. Yeah.
I understand it, and I don't have a problem. I have a problem with it, but I actually,
This dude's got a safe.
my
in his
best
room.
thing I want to do is I want to clean the board. I want to take every senator, every congressman that is in office right now. You're fired.
Yeah.
Well, if
We
you
got
if
term
you
limitations. You
Alright,
can only
different
do it
topic.
2 years. No,
Yeah.
no more career politics.
I say freaking like that all this voting schedules should be the same. The voting schedules should all be the same. And I do believe that there should be term limits on presidency. There should be 2 terms, yes, but each one of those terms, 2 years.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's it. And you
Yeah,
can't have
second half of their term campaigning for their second 2-year term.
Yeah, they have to prove to us the whole time they want to be president that they're worthy of it.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
How about
How
Maintain
about a
their image
challenge
the whole
every year
time.
that-
They're not just going to get like if they did it the way I'm suggesting, they would have to fucking prove it to us every single fucking moment of every day, and they would have to freaking like be about it all the time. They're not just going to freaking sit there, freaking get elected, and then just be like, fuck you. Not anymore. No, do your fucking job. You only get 2 years at a time, and you only get 2 runs. So that's it. If you got something to do, then get it done. You lazy slob. Sick of freaking jackass presidents that freaking sit there and freaking snot roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Nonsense. You go and fucking you're gonna do what now? No, you're not gonna go freaking golfing in your first freaking week as president. Not gonna happen. You're gonna wait freaking 6 months before you even get a freaking chance to freaking swing a golf club. You freaking peckerhead.
No,
fuck that.
actually, you need to work a year before you get any vacation
Fuck
time.
that one term.
Just like
One
every
term.
Just like a regular job.
Dude,
Yeah. Just
Most
like
presidents go on vacation right after they get elected.
no way. They should work a year before they get any vacation, just like the rest.
Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you something about previous presidents' leftovers. Okay? When you make policy and it's sound,
we got political here tonight.
Yeah,
Apparently,
policy
yeah.
and it's a sound policy that's good
It's
for the
really
country, not good for the party, good for the country, then why bother freaking changing it? Okay, you don't like the previous president? Well, screw you. You shouldn't be able to freaking mess with the policy if it's sound. If it's a freaking humanitarian thing, like everybody should have a Band-Aid if they have a cut on their finger, okay, fine. I agree with that. Is it going to cost me my freaking shirt every month to pay for something like that?
Well, you saw what he put right back in, right when he got into office. He sat there, Obamacare's back in here. How to fuck the American people?
Gemma is here backstage.
Oh, nice.
No.
That's what she
Jim's
said.
in the basement. Huh?
Hey,
Ah,
Ian,
there
how's
she
it
is.
going?
For about
Sorry,
10
Gemma.
more. I'm going to be on for about 10 more minutes.
Well, we're on for 15, and we're gone. Hey, Gemma, welcome.
Hello.
One more beer.
Hey, Jem.
Hey, Gemma.
Yes, a lot of the things that happen in our freaking country's
Hey,
government is
Ian.
counterproductive.
We can quit
it is.
talking about American politics and
Yeah.
A lot of it is
We've been-
obstructionism and freaking counterproduction. Yes,
Yes.
I understand,
the
and I think it's I do think that freaking policy should freaking be more logical and freaking be more beneficial for all. But I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm not a socialist.
well, when you get that figured out, we'll write the book and we'll be the millionaires. How about that? We'll make
I'd like to freaking like go in and make some adjustments that I know would be better, but like our government is so weak and willowy and wispy and freaking limp wristed that it's not going to freaking matter because somebody else is just going to be able to freaking like turn the freaking dial the other freaking way.
Well, if they would stay off the golf
Hi,
course
Matthews.
and do their
Hi,
job.
Jim.
Actually, back in the day when I'm the old fart here. So back in the day when I was growing up and everything else, the whole 9 yards, the presidency was the ultimate job. Become the president of the United States. Look at the power. Look at the prestige you got and everything else. And now looking at the presidency of the United States is the same thing as looking down the toilet when I flush it when I get done.
Well, who wants that job?
For real.
And for 4 years, we had President Trump in there who didn't collect salary. Did he collect a paycheck? No.
No,
He
not once.
donated. He donated his to charity.
Well, he
Ongoing.
didn't donate it to charity.
Salary.
He put it back into the country.
Yeah.
Oh,
he gets
okay.
a salary. He gets a salary for the rest of his life from being president,
Mhm.
regardless of how anybody feels about him. He's paid for the rest of his life. Period.
Yeah.
Like over
Period.
400 grand a year. Okay.
Mhm.
And he's still gonna ongoing. He's still going to freaking like donate that money.
Exactly.
Back into the country.
Back into the country or back into the people. And that's the thing. What other president has done that?
Jack Kennedy
Yeah. But here's the other side. Here's the bad
and one
bullshit.
other.
Jack.
There's one other president that did it too, but there's only been 3, and Trump is one.
Yeah. But here's the other thing that gets me is that he did all this stuff and everything else. Has any of his counterparts ever offered to do the same thing?
No.
Hmm.
They want to do it themselves and think it was their idea because they want the credit for it.
Yeah. Well, the other side of the coin is think about this is all their
Do you remember-
counterparts, everybody who does this and everything, and I'm referring to the Democrats, the only thing they want for is credit for doing it and for being there. They don't.
Do you remember the name Van Jones? Is that familiar to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Van Jones is this black dude on the Democrat side of things, and the Republicans had a freaking they pulled themselves up by their bootstraps, and they freaking the policy that Van Jones was trying to get passed in the freaking Congress is something that the Republicans freaking just they made up their own freaking committee for it overnight and solved it within a week.
Yeah.
And he's like, they actually freaking made I've been fighting for this policy for years, and they just made it. Like, I'm sitting here, I ain't got no work to do now because they already did it for me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what does that so what does that tell you about your policy? Is that it wasn't a Democrat thing. It was a humanitarian thing, and we acknowledge that from the beginning, but you're using it as a part of a political platform and as manipulation. So now, when the next presidency comes in, you're going to have to fight for it again because the next president is going to erase it.
Mm-hmm.
If he's a Democrat, he's going to erase everything that the freaking previous president did. You know this. And now Van is going to have his work cut out for him now. Now he's got job security.
Yep.
He gets to be this freaking same jackass over again.
You hit the nail on the head there, Cap. So
Cheers.
yeah. No. I think
we all need to remember, though, as well as the president, or in my case, prime minister, having power, the people have just as much power to make decisions and make change. It's the way that you act and the way that you push things forward. Like, I've pushed a lot of disability things forward here in my local community. It's about having your voice and using it in the right way to make change. You're just as powerful as the authority is, and people get pushed down, being told, oh, you can't do anything. Bullshit. Yes, you can. It's just the way you use your voice and make sure you push for change and make sure you're willing to help people. But Justin says about being...
You did it. You
yes,
did it.
I did. It's about being humanitarian.
A lot of people said you couldn't do it, and I told you. What did I tell you? I said, yes, you can. You can do whatever the hell you want. You've got a freaking able body. You're not a freaking dumbass. Okay.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
And you do have friends that are influential. You can get things done. And what did you do? You went and did them.
Yep, got things done. I'm going back.
At at least you're freaking trying, and at least you're starting to get the ball rolling. Come on now.
Yes, like I'm going back to school in September. I'm going to go back to studying, and I'm going to do a politics course. I've been meaning to do it for quite some time. I've just been putting it off.
Can you imagine?
And now I'm finally doing it.
Can you imagine Gemma Grace, the first autistic prime minister? I'll put a caveat in there: the first diagnosed autistic president or prime minister, because
I wish.
we're not sure if Boris is autistic or not.
There's
No,
some of his behaviour I would say yes, because of the inappropriate jokes towards women, the fact that he can't hold a social conversation, and I'm just like, yeah, okay.
No, Gemma, I'm sorry. I'm not going to vote for you for prime minister because I'm still voting for Purge Day, and I don't want you on that side of the fence per se when it came Purge. All right. My idea is that, you know, every year the British have Boxers' Day, you know, to where the master of the house becomes a servant and the servant becomes the master and switch. Well, I think we ought to start something every year here, just like that in the United States, and it's called Kill a Politician Day. And we do the purge. And we do the purge. And we get all the politicians. The only thing I'm saying is leave Nancy Pelosi for me. I want Nancy Pelosi.
No promises.
It's just like that. It's like
that's
Justin
what
said.
I want is every all the senators and the congressmen and everybody else who think they're all up and high and mighty and everything. Purge Day, let's go, baby. Grab your 9mm and make somebody famous.
Like Justin has said to me and people before, it's about using your voice to be that change. And if you want change, and if you're not happy with something, then do something about it. Don't just sit on your backside and do nothing. Go out and do something. Because if you don't, then you're stuck with what's already been happening. You can't moan if you're not doing anything.
Tom, where's your channel? There it is. Oh. You used once. You used the freaking the three symbols 1ST pronounced once instead of the word first.
Get back in there and click the like button.
That's fine. I just wanted to freaking get over to your freaking channel so I could freaking write something into the chat.
12
I don't have a
likes,
chat yet.
13. Click the like button. Where did you put it, Captain? I don't see it.
Hold on.
It's quite ideal that you guys have been talking about politics, because I actually did a political video today on my channel.
Yeah, well, this is, I don't know how Tom feels, but this is really
got a PBRB.
Not a political channel.
No, this is not. It wasn't meant to be.
All right to bring it up, I guess.
But we brought it up for a minute, so now we're going to tell jokes. How do you know when a politician's lying? They open their mouth.
Yeah, well,
okay, so we're off to the politics. We're on the jokes. Besides, how much time we got left on the show? Oh, we got 5 minutes, 7 minutes left on the show.
Jenna's journey.
All right, where did Cap go?
So he's gone to the toilet. He said he'd be back.
Okay, Johnny.
The loo.
Back.
Okay. So
hey, Dad, was Hazy on?
Hazy was on earlier.
How many did he drink?
Disappeared magically. He didn't say goodbye.
And he didn't say goodbye. He didn't say anything. He just poof off. And Pat sat there.
95 went off. And then
actually, you got to watch the first part of the video, because when he opened up the beer and drank it, Pat, tell him.
Oh, his face. He was just all.
It was like my face when I took the first sip of that beer. It tasted terrible.
Did you get him the sour monkey?
It tasted.
No, I got him regular golden monkey.
I wouldn't want to know what the sour golden monkey was, right?
But they're not used to all the spices in the beer. That's the thing.
Actually, it grows on you. It's like last Friday.
It's a good beer. You got to pour. You got to pour it in a mug.
Yeah.
I said this before. You have to pour it in a mug, okay?
Yeah.
And you got to drink it. Ian, what's going on? And you got to drink it.
You
from
caught
there.
us the last 5 minutes, Ian.
You gotta let it breathe. It changes.
Yeah.
It changes its flavor
Okay, Ian.
profile.
Mm-hmm. It's a beer that's like a wine. You got to open it up, pour it in a bottle, and just let it sit there for a minute.
It has a bouquet and it has a finish.
Hold it, wait, Gamma. What a wise man once said. God, this is hard on my eyes for E.
Yeah, it is hard on mine too, Tom. You can tell.
You got my
on a
name wrong,
laptop.
Tom.
I'm on a laptop using them to
You got my
flourish.
name wrong, Tom.
One of these days, I'm gonna
Gemma,
show you what.
Thank
this
you.
sorry.
It's okay.
I apologize.
It's
Hold it.
okay.
Flourish only needs a good man to remain silent. Okay. All right.
This is what your chat looks like. This is what I have to do to it.
Mm. Okay. But no, it's
That's how bad my eyesight is.
Yeah, I
I
can
am
see it.
I'm slowly getting to my live shows to where
Welcome back, Justin.
I'm going to be working on the car. And that's why we're in the garage, and we've been slowly updating everything out here to do it.
Yeah.
So
This still hasn't come in? Your package never got there?
Well, me.
yeah, Gemma, he's talking to you.
Okay.
Your package didn't come yet?
Nope, not yet.
Damn.
I was just
Again,
making
our
sure.
mail is really delayed here. Like, I ordered a couple of DVDs from the States back in November. I still haven't got them. And I got an email yesterday to say they should be here in the next 4 days. And they're blaming it on the delay because of the, pandemic stuff.
Well, I think half of the U.S. post system, I don't think half of the people are even working there anymore. They probably laid all those people off. It was after the Christmas holidays. Yeah, they had to get the last Christmas.
Well, I did get an email from the UK Post Office saying that they are expecting your parcel very soon. They emailed me today, so I'm hoping it should be here fairly shortly.
Yeah, I don't know about the UK, but the US is like something that you would normally get in like 2 days. You're lucky to get it in a week.
No,
Yeah, but it's over here. If we order stuff in the US, it's here in 2-3 days.
It's
David, so
from
far,
location, and it's just been stuck there for like days.
David, so far it's been roughly the 2 to 3 days. I mailed Evelyn, my granddaughter, her birthday present, which her birthday's on the 31st, and I mailed her birthday present on Monday in a 2-day flat rate box. Now I dig the flat rate stuff, and put it in there and mailed it, and she'll get it tomorrow before.
Nope, she got it today.
She got it today?
Well,
Yeah.
that's one time I got a package and it said that it was supposed to arrive before 9 o'clock on a certain. This is in the evening at night on a certain day, and it arrived at 8:55.
Uh-huh.
I had it down to the last 5 minutes.
So T-Dub, she got it today?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well then, so there it was. It was mailed Monday, and she got it today. So, and that was supposed to be a 2-day flat.
Normally something that would take 2 days.
Okay,
I
cool.
ordered a hoodie from my friend's merch store a few days ago, and it just came in.
All right. Hey,
Quickest
Cap.
merch I've ever seen.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's going on 3 o'clock.
We're gonna have to end it.
We've been on for 2 hours. Hey, Cap, I want you to stay on. I need to talk to you for a minute. if you would. Everybody else can stay on too and hear
Well,
what I
I'll
want to
stay on.
Yeah.
I mean, the public.
I'm pouring. I need to get another shot,
You
though. You know, got to end the show with a shot, at least. I don't know. All right. So, okay, it's 3:00. We've been on for 2 hours, and I want to thank Gemma. I want to thank Ian. I want to thank Captain Jerk. I want to thank Gaffa. I want to thank T-Dub. I want to thank Pat. I want to thank Hazy Days. He was here at the beginning. I want to thank everybody for stopping in and checking out what's going on here. And you all have a good weekend. And we'll pick you up next Friday. We want to say goodbye.
See you guys
Bye-bye.
later.
See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for having me up, Tom. Later, everybody.
Later.
I need this for a
Yeah.
second.